It's time for another chapter of That's a Fact, Jack.
Live from Learn Television, it's time to play TFJ with today's guest author, E.L. Konigsberg, and her book, From the Mixed-Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler. And now, here's a guy who's always a little mixed up, Jack Patterson!
What are you saying? Hey, everyone! Thanks, everybody. What are you saying, Phil? Not mixed up. You know what, everybody? I was just thinking about my days in school and how much I used to love going to the museum on field trips. All those cool paintings and statues and skeletons. And that made me think of today's book, From the Mixed-Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler by E.L. Konigsberg. It occurred to me that Claudia and Jamie never got to take home a souvenir from their trip. So I stopped by our local museum and picked something up for them. Not much, just a suit of armor from the Middle Ages. So if any of you see them, tell them I have it backstage and they can take it home whenever they want. So let's get to that first... The first question. I think I should have just gotten a poster. We get 50 for a right answer here. Now, here's the question. While at the museum, what does Claudia insist they must do every day? Bathe, learn, exercise, or eat right? Player one, go for it.
Cannonball!
Player two, player three, who wants it? Player three, time for action. And the bookworms say...
Learning makes you big and strong.
Okay, actually milk does that, but learning doesn't hurt either. Coming up, 50 points. Let's get this ball rolling. While looking for a place to sleep in the museum, why does Claudia choose the bed that she does? It is near the bathroom, she likes the way it smells, she thinks it is elegant, or it belongs to Mrs. Frankweiler. Player two, it's all up to you. 100% correct. All right, get ready for a use it or lose it. Now, you want to see an example? Got it. Example it is. All right, here's how it works. You want to correctly identify points of evidence that support a main statement. For example, the main idea might be Goldilocks is picky. Next, a piece of evidence will appear like this. She thinks Papa Bear's porridge is too hot. Now, you have two choices. You can either use it or lose it. So see, if you think this piece of evidence supports the main idea that Goldilocks is picky, then use it by hitting 1 on the keyboard. Now, if you do not think this statement supports the main idea, then hit the number 2 key on the keyboard to lose it. And if you're not sure about a piece of evidence, that's okay. Just hit the number 4 key to skip it. If there's time left on the clock, you can come back to it later. Now let's see about this piece of evidence. See, if someone is picky, then they would probably say, this porridge is too hot. This evidence point supports or backs up the idea that Goldilocks is picky, so you want to use it. Now, an example of a lose it statement would be something like this. She invades the bear's house. Well, this is true because it happens in the story. It doesn't support the idea that she's picky. See, there's no relationship between being picky and invading someone's house. Okay, makes sense? Well, let's go to the game and give it a try. Here's your use it or lose it statement. Teamwork gets more accomplished than working alone. Let's put 50 seconds on the clock. Okay, here's your first evidence point.
Number 1.
Claudia needs Jamie's money.
Number 2.
Jamie keeps them from getting caught by guards.
Number 3.
Mrs. Frankweiler lives alone. All right, we'll come back to that one later.
Number 4.
Claudia plans the whole adventure herself.
Number 5.
Claudia and Jamie argue about grammar. Okay, let's get that one you skipped.
Number 3.
Mrs. Frankweiler lives alone. Nice job. Let's see how you did.
Number 1.
Claudia needs Jamie's money. You said use it. Let's use it. Claudia plans this whole adventure all by herself, but she still needs Jamie's money to make it all work.
Number 2.
Jamie keeps them from getting caught by guards. You said use it. And the Professional Association of Hide-and-Seek Players says, let's use it. One of Jamie's most useful qualities is his ability to think fast, which is the perfect complement to Claudia's ability to plan out things ahead of time.
Number 3.
Mrs. Frankweiler lives alone. You said lose it. Remember, there's no I in team or alone. Yep, let's lose it. And she lives all alone in a great big house with nothing but her research and file cabinets. Not much teamwork going on there. Good job.
Number 4.
Claudia plans the whole adventure herself. You said use it.
The correct answer is
It's lose it. The only problem with using this statement is that Claudia never lets anybody help her in the planning of the adventure, so there's never any chance for teamwork. Sorry, my friend, you gotta toss this one out.
Number 5.
Claudia and Jamie argue about grammar. You said lose it. Now, we asked 100 English teachers, and they all said, yep, let's lose it. They do argue about it all the time, but